Oh, cool.
Sit back. Hey guys. Well, let's adjust this just a tad. Well, we're glad you joined us. We finally got through our technical issues from last night, and hopefully we will do a lot better coming up. Hey, practice makes perfect, doesn't it? We just want to briefly, not going to take a long time. We're probably going to do several videos from this boot camp training, but we wanted to hit some highlights, what stood out to us. I'm Susan Hall.
I'm Sammy.
And guess what? We're Peeps Live now, so we love our new website and hope that you all will get a lot from it. Celeste and Jen was just truly amazing. I walked out of there with a new conviction of where I want to go for my business. I think Sammy did too, and Tracy will get her input on some of the Pink Peeps Live here one night. But just listening to them, and they are just real people, okay? Yes, they're a diamond, double diamond, and as Celeste called Jen, Demerald, because she's diamond, emerald. And I kept telling Sammy, I want to be Demerald. I want to be Demerald.
No, it's Demerald.
Yeah, so, hey, you know, we can be Demerald. We're just going to shoot out and throw some things out here. So the biggest one, and the one that I have talked to y'all many, many times, is Celeste said, know your why.
First thing that came out of her mouth, actually.
Yes, it was. And I'm always telling you that, know your why, because guess what? If you don't know why you're doing this business, then you're not going to be able to make it through those valleys to get to your mountaintop. And we've all had that. We've been in here 2 years now, and we've had some valleys, but guess what? We're still here. We're not quitting. And we know our goal that God wants us to get to. So that's where we're going. But you know what? Your why will change. You may get into Plexus for weight loss or for health. But as time goes in your 2 years, your main why changes. Like my why is my family. But it kind of changes a little bit in the way that it adds to it. Your why kind of adds. And people will buy into your why. And you don't want to make this just about weight loss. You got to have a big enough why of why you want to do this business, why you want Plexus, so that you can get to that mountaintop. So there'll be some further videos from me on your why, because that's my training, and I really believe in the why. As Sammy and I was just saying, we make a good team because she does the good social media, and you know, she's my tech guru. So we're looking forward to doing that. We'll pass over to Sammy a little bit and let her to give a couple things from what she took away.
Oh gosh. Okay. There were a lot of things, but I'm gonna try not to go crazy, because I was going crazy. I was typing faster than she was talking, I think. One of the big things is, I know we have a lot of new people that have joined our team recently, and Celeste said that you know, one of her marketing 101 tips was to share immediately. If you're not the first person to share Plexus with somebody, guess what? Somebody else is going to, and I've had that happen to me. And it kind of makes you feel like kicking yourself in the butt. So then the other thing she said was everyone should have a chicken list. And to be honest with you, I don't have a chicken list, and I need to have a chicken list. A chicken list is basically the ones that you're scared to death to contact. The people on your list of 100 that you are afraid to contact for whatever reason. You should have a chicken list, and you should contact those people. She also mentioned the Franks method. Some of you may have heard that before. I think we had posted something about that in our group at one point in time, but it's actually it's friends. I'm sorry, friends. Let me get that right. It's friends, relatives, acquaintances. No, that is Franks.
Yeah,
it's Franks. Friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, connections, and spousal connections. So those are the kind of people you should be talking to. The people when you're doing your list that you want to think, okay, what's the Franks method? You can go through those lists of people in your head and write them down. And you want to share the product with everyone that inquires, not just, so if Susan's contacting me and she's asking me about Slim, I'm not just going to share Slim with her. I'm going to share X Factor. I'm going to share BioCleanse. I'm going to share Omega X. I'm going to share them all. Because you never know if they may be interested in something else, if they may have a family member who's interested or could benefit from another product that we have. So I think.
And then sharing those products, the one thing is you got to listen more than you talk before you share. So you can't share something about, they may ask you about the Plexus Slim, but then you want to know, well, exactly what goals do you have? Why, again, why are you doing this? Why, what do you need? So when you're sharing, you can say, hey, you know, we have a great X factor that would go well with that. You know, you said you're tired and your hair's not growing. So you need to listen and ask questions so you know what to share with them.
And another great way to share, of course, first you have to let people know that you're a Plexus ambassador. It's kind of hard to share with somebody if they don't know that you're a Plexus rep. So you should have that passion and be excited about your business on social media, in public, having some sort of swag on you at all times, even if it's just a keychain that says drink pink. She said that she had this little keychain. Celeste had this little keychain, and she couldn't tell you how many times that she started conversations that way. She said she could almost count it out. She'd set her keys on the counter and go 3, 2, 1. What's Plexus?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that drink pink stuff? So I had to laugh at that. So swag has been a big thing. You really need to make sure you have something Plexus related on at all times, and just be proud to be a Plexus ambassador.
Yeah. And, you know, keychains rather inexpensive. So, you know, that might bring you a lot of money. We're going to get into a little bit of how to share. Sammy, of course, is going to do a social media training, but share more, less sales. So, you know, throwing your website up is more salesy. So they made a comment like, oh, today at 2 o'clock, I was out playing with my children. And 6 months ago, I wasn't able to be out at 2 o'clock because I was inside laying on the bed. Man, I have more energy. So what does that do? That allows someone to message you or comment and say, hey, how are you finding more energy? So that opens up. Now, you just put out a blog, so to speak, saying how you're feeling better. You didn't say, I'm a Plexus, I'm taking Plexus. So use some creative ways to get people to ask you questions. And use social media, but don't make that your only income producing activity. And we're going to talk a little bit about that here in a little bit. And the other is have a strong media posture, no drama. And that goes in, you know, you got to think about what you post. We see a lot of drama on Facebook. And if you want to be successful in this business, you don't want to put that drama on Facebook.
Yeah, definitely a zero tolerance policy there. I want to share something with you guys that I was like, wow, why are we not doing this? I was kind of like smacking myself for the reason for us not doing this. But anyway, Celeste said every day in the nooks and crannies of your life, you can pull out 15 minutes. You can pull out 20 minutes. And this is great, especially for those of you who are new, who are, you know, strong and passionate in Plexus right now. And then for those of you who maybe have been here with us for a while and maybe need to remember why you started. So for every day that you get up, I want you guys to get a little spiral notebook or something like that. And I want you to do 2 things. I want you to listen to and watch one diamond documentary per day and 1 opportunity call per day. And then I want you to jot down the date of the opportunity call and what it helps with. If it's migraines, if it's IBS, or if the person who's sharing their business story on there says that they overcame bankruptcy or something like that. I want you to jot those notes down beside that call. And what that's going to do is it's going to, every time I watch an opportunity call, every time I listen to a diamond documentary, I'm instantly fired up. And I'm like, this is exactly why we all need Plexus. So this is going to help build your belief, and it's going to not really prove because we don't have anything to prove. We're awesome. But it's going to give the public or your prospects something of value. They're going to be able to relate to that, so that when you meet Susie Q and Susie Q is having a hard time homeschooling her kids and getting her groceries from the grocery store, she's going to be able to listen to that diamond documentary. This is the one from last week. But she's going to be able to listen to that diamond documentary and go, wow, I need Plexus. And I need Plexus now. So that's going to give them some value and something that they can relate to. And you have no idea whose life that you can change with something as simple as sharing a video.
Right. Something that they made that I thought, wow, we do this all the time. Don't use Plexus as a license. It's a tool. A lot of people see that Plexus is weight loss, and then we get customers and they go, oh, I didn't lose any weight, in 3 days. Okay, this is a tool. It's there to be used in conjunction. And so you've got to be consistent with your water, your food, and your exercise. Now, some of us may exercise 5 days a week. Some may, do 7, may even be 1. But just getting up 5 minutes a day, starting 5 minutes a day, or 5 minutes 3 days a week. You've got to be consistent in something. And you've got to let your customers know that it's going to take some effort on their part. They've got to try a little bit. They've got to give it. That's why we have that 60-day money-back guarantee. And you need to set expectations up front with your customer. You've got to leave them with ownership of doing this. This is how you're going to keep your customer. Just getting a sale and leave them hanging is not going to make them repeat customers. You've got to be a part of their life. You've got to give them a reason to take ownership. And if you set that up front, then they know where they're going. So we'll probably do some more videos, especially on how to take care of customers, how to get them, what to talk to. We'll be doing those soon. And then you talk about ambassadors. How do I get ambassadors? And, there's a lot of videos we're going to do. I keep saying that, but find the hungry. Okay, find the hungry. And Les Brown says that you got to be hungry, and Sammy does it better, I think. But if you ever listen to
hungry,
yeah, see, she does it better than I do.
That's funny.
So we love Les Brown, and of course he was one of the speakers at last year's convention. And so find the hungry, and then you duplicate that. So we're going to do some trainings on that. I'm going to let Sammy go over the new income producing activity chats. So,
yeah, give me just 1 second. Okay, I'm loving this, by the way. We haven't done this. And again, I was like, hello, why have we not done this yet? Because I was literally kicking myself with the cowboy boot that I was wearing. Let me see, hang on.
Cowboy boots.
And I'm sitting there. Okay, so she talks about IPA chats, and this is something that I'm going to go home and add. I'm going to create this group. And you know how you can create groups on Facebook, and it's like a private message chat, and then you can kind of like name the group. Well, if you name it IPA, Income Producing Activity, and let's say I do like Pink Peeps IPA or something like that. Here's what Celeste has her level ones do, or her level, her level 1s. She says, you give me 4 of your runners. Okay, she talks to every one of her level 1s and says, you give me up to 4 of your runners. And your runners are the people who are willing to put in the efforts. They want it. They really, really believe in Plexus and they want it. She says their expectation is that they check in every day into the IPA chat and they say IPA done. And what the IPA is, basically that they reach out to 2 people every day of the week, with 1 day per week committed to follow up. Okay, that's easy. That's 15 minutes a day. You can send out a message on Facebook. We have plenty of things in the Pink Peeps files that you can use to send out. It may be something as simple as saying, hey Sally, I saw this video today and it made me think of you. Okay, and you're shooting them a diamond documentary. That's really easy to do. So that's something I'd like to see our team start implementing, is the accountability with the IPA chats, because when it all boils down to 7 or 8 o'clock at night, IPA is all that matters at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what you put in your blog. It doesn't matter all the post searching that you're doing. None of that matters. IPA is what matters, income producing activity. And
it's like, just do it. I was listening to Joyce Meyer this morning, and that hit right home with what she's saying. She was talking about Jesus tells us to do things. He just explains it and he tells us to do this. And so that's kind of it. If you want to do this business, no amount of posting in your blog, like she said, or writing in your calendar or doing busy work is going to create an IPA. having a perfect filing system,
or like watching 800 videos, because
yeah,
I'll do that.
yeah, or an organized office. We got to organize our office. Isn't an IPA, so you got to do some income producing activities, and that's by it's 15 minutes a day talking to somebody, and that's getting up in the morning, sending an email or a message or Facebook message, building those relationships. That's the key, is building relationships to be able to send those videos to those people, because if you don't know if they're dealing with migraines or not having money to go to the grocery store, how are you going to know what to send them? You can't send anything just out of the blue. So that'll be helpful. So we're going to implement that for our Pink Peeps team. We have got, I'll go back. We'll go back to that because I'll let Sammy talk about the events and promoting. But you've got to put yourself on your calendar, and that goes with this IPA. So you've got to set you some office hours. And office hours could be 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes on your lunch hour, 15 minutes in the evening. And when you're got those office hours on your calendar, and I'll do a time management type video soon too.
She's the queen of that.
Yeah, I love some time management, some, why, and, talking about all that. But you have to make your business, when you put your calendar on and you're working the business, be in the business, okay? Find something for the kids to do. Get your husband or a spouse or a significant other involved or family member. So be in the business when you put those hours.
Don't just surf Facebook.
Yeah, don't just surf Facebook. That's not income producing by surfing. But then what was really important was that when you're with your family, when you're with your husband or on a date night or with your children or have a date with your children or have lunch, you've got to be with your family. And that means, Sammy, put your phone down while we're having lunch at,
Guilty again.
Logan's, okay?
Guilty again.
So we're all guilty of that. We are so used to these phones, and we check our Facebook and we check our messages. So you've got to be whole into your business and whole into your family. And so that might mean taking that phone and putting it down. So these are some tips that just kind of hit us. So put your phone up in your family time and be family, and then pick your phone up in work time and be work. However you're going to do it.
I just got one more.
All right. Sammy's got the team.
In all of this, she says, you guys, we promote a lifestyle. We don't just promote products, okay? We promote a lifestyle. Plexus is a lifestyle change. Working the business has changed my life in a lot of ways. So we have to live out and show the world a life that they want, okay? Live a life that people are attracted to, and they are going to want what you have. They're going to want, Plexus has changed your life. I want Plexus. How do I get Plexus? You got to be bold. You got to have fun. You can't hey, I'm over here, I'm outside playing with my kids 1 minute, and then I'm over here beer ponging the next. That just doesn't work. You can't do that. So, take pictures of your family, take pictures of your trips. If you're at a Plexus meeting and you're having a good time, or there's a lot of, your friends there, then you want to take a selfie and you want to put it out there. If you're traveling to Delaware for a Plexus meeting or Virginia Beach like we did, you want to put that picture out there and says, hey.
We prefer Virginia Beach to Delaware, okay, guys?
Yeah, we're not cold people, but we prefer that. So you have to share that. And then there was one other thing. Post pictures from events, meetings, conventions, trips, all that stuff. And your goal should be to make a new friend everywhere you go. We have tons of opportunities to meet new people. You're at the grocery store, you're at the laundromat, wherever you are, you can talk to someone. Just catch their name, your waitress. The waitress caught me, my T-shirt, and I called her name, sent her a friend request on Facebook. Yeah. It was an instant connection, and it's easy. It's going to plug them into your news feed, and then they're going to eventually say to you, hey, what's this Plexus stuff? Okay, so that's easy.
Facebook friend people, new people.
That should be your goal. And guys, listen to this, okay? This killed me. Let me tell you. Susan looked at me, and I looked at her, and I said, what? I did not know this. After 2 years of being a Plexus ambassador, I did not know this. Jen Hawkins is a diamond emerald.
Demerald.
Yeah, she's a demerald, and she is a level 2 to a senior gold. A senior gold. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Senior gold.
And Celeste is under Jen, who is our double diamond. And so you have a senior gold who is level 1, and then you got Jen, who is a Demerald, and you got Celeste, who is a double diamond. So you know what? This is the beauty of our Plexus business, that anyone can be at any level. It doesn't mean your upline decides your level. You know, your sideline doesn't decide your level. You decide your level. You decide your success in this business. You decide where you want to be. And here's one that we kind of missed. Is 5 keys to a strong Plexus team leadership. Is team pages. Get on your team pages. Be involved in your Pink Peep page, or your team's pages. If you know, when you get big, so that says when you get one, make a team page. Sammy and I, we love our Pink Peeps page and our team, and we want to keep us together for a little while.
However, if you feel like you want to do that, be my guest and duplicate what we're doing.
Right.
I just feel like we work so well together right now that I don't need to do that right now.
Right. And eventually she will. She's going to have her own. She's going to be, you know, double diamond.
I'll be at the Demerald.
Yeah, the Demerald, double diamond. Okay. We'll be up there, and you'll need your own pages. But we feel that for unity, we just want to stay together and build this business together with our team. Training. When we do training, make sure you see it. Make sure you watch it. If we post training stuff in the Pink Peep pages, watch it. You know, if we're putting it in there, it's because one of us have thought that there is something really, really important. And if you watch something and you think that the team needs to see it, that it just really spoke to you, hey, put it on the page. We'll watch it too. We're not the only ones that can post. Y'all can post to your team page too.
Yeah, you know why? Because we're not just the leaders of this group. You got to remember that you lead yourself first and foremost before you can lead anybody else.
That's right. Huh, wonder where you got that from.
Sean Maxwell?
Meetings. Guys, you got to get to the meetings. When we have Tuesday night meetings, you got to get there. You just got to be there. You learn so much. We end up talking about so much. Whether we have one guest, no guest, we still have a meet and we still go over things. When we have these calls, hopefully we're better on the technical difficulties. Do that. We've got some great things planned for y'all, and we can't wait to share them with you. The other's team building. And as you're building your team, again, Sammy said it from John Maxwell, you got to lead yourself before you can lead your team. So, you know, do some team building in your own self. And positivity. Wow. You know, Katie is a really good one at positivity. I love it. Every morning she calls me and she goes, "Good morning, you good looking thing." And now we're trying to beat each other out, you know. And so something like that just makes your day when you know someone is positive, and you start out with that positive day, because we're going to have things that make us go crazy. But we'll go over some of this stuff, post some of this stuff in the page, but keep that positive outlook. And you know what? We want to work smarter and not harder. And that's something we're trying to do. We're trying to engage the team, and we're really excited to be Demerald or even higher. But and we have fun, okay?
The sapphire.
Yeah, the sapphire. Well, hey, double diamond. Hey, that's pretty good.
The diamond.
Yes, the diamond.
It's not delivery, it's the diamond.
That's right. See, we're trying to have fun here, and we do. Right. That's why we like Plexus. I'm going to let Sammy close up. I just want to thank y'all for being a part of our team, and we're so glad that you all are part of Pink Peeps. And Sammy's going to kind of close up with the events and how to briefly promote them. And then we're going to we've got a big event, October 13th at 6:30 p.m. Our upline, who is Brent and Julie French from Florida, is going to stop by, and they're going to do an opportunity meeting here for us. And we are going to have some ambassador training right after that. So please mark your calendars, October 13th, and make sure that you got marked off from probably 5:30 until, I don't know, 11.
Yeah.
Line up your babysitters now. Get your husbands on board or whomever you need to get on board to help with the children. And we are really going to do some information in Pink Peeps and throw out some videos here of how to promote and how we want you to promote it. Because I tell you what, Dawn Higgins promoted this event with Celeste coming in, had 350 people at the opportunity meeting, and 85 were them new people. And they said that was the biggest attendance of new people they had ever had since they had been
their largest
Plexus,
guest.
Their largest guest. And there was 100 scheduled for the ambassador training. And they ended up putting 4 more tables in with about 7 at each table. So they just drew in. And so Sammy has been the one talking to Dawn how to promote this event. And that's what we want. We want to fill the place that we are getting. And we'll have that announcement here in a few days. But I'm going to let Sammy go over what Dawn did. Thanks for seeing us tonight. And we're looking forward to a great Plexus successful career for each one of you.
Yes, I am very excited. Let's see. So when she told me that was their biggest guest, when they had the most guests at that meeting, I was like, wow, okay. So it didn't hit me until a few days later, but I sent Dawn a message on Facebook and just asked her, because Celeste, out of Celeste's mouth, said she does a heck of a job promoting events. So I asked her, I said, what do you do to get folks to events? She said that they had a team call about how to invite guests. We're going to talk about that right now. How to invite guests to anything. Doesn't have to be just a big event. It could be a launch party. It could be a Tuesday night meeting. It could be anything like that. So here's what she says. Her suggestions were to send personal messages with the event graphic at least 3 times, a max of 7 times total, up before the event. So you can't just click the invite button on the Facebook event and expect them to see it or expect them to respond to it, because they're not gonna. So every team member, this is what they said, every team member needs to be creating their own event page for non-Plexus guests. I need to do some clarifying on that, because I'm not sure exactly what she meant by that. But for now, in the event that we have created, this is what I want you to do. Invite all your people, private message them at least 3 times, up to 7 before this next event. And then I want you to post diamond documentaries that you relate to, or post success stories, or post your own success story, anything that you want to share in there. The more active you keep these groups, the more people are going to interact with you on them, the more they're likely to accept, the more it's going to ping in their notifications, the more likely they are to see it. So then she said, keep the teasers going, the event teasers, the daily, the product info, the diamond documentaries, and then up to 1 week, for 1 week before the event, okay? So then she also said to have gifts for guests. So tell them that you'll save them a seat with their gift. I'm reading straight from my message. Tell them you'll save them a seat with their gift, take a picture of the gift with their name on it, and send it to them. And it can be as simple as going to the dollar store and getting a bag of 25 little plastic cellophane, little pretty wrap, okay, with the little red ties, and putting in a pack of Slim, some little, I don't know, sparkly stuff. What's that stuff you stuff in bags?
Confetti.
That. Confetti, and a gift card. What'd I say? Not a gift card. Whoa. A business card, a Slim, or some other kind of, like maybe it's a fast relief packet, something like that. Keep it simple. She said she keeps it real simple.
A mint. Throw a mint. You know,
pack
something.
Of gum.
Yeah.
Something you can get from the dollar store. That way it's not expensive for you. She said, and then she said to follow up the day before the event and get a commitment from them. And by doing that, she means either call them, text them, private message them. Don't just, expect that they're going to respond to you. On the day of the event, greet them at the door. If they say they don't know how they're going to get there, guess what? Arrange them a ride. Go pick them up. Do whatever you have to do to get them to that event. I asked her about the gifts. Sometimes she said she puts a catalog in. She also said you can put in a little personal note. Thanks for coming to this event. She said some of her team gave out pens, notebooks, water bottles, but she just kept it simple. That's what I recommend you do. Don't spend more than $1 or $2. Go get some pink nail polish from the dollar store, or whatever you find that's cute. And that was her advice on inviting, and that can be again for any event, or Tuesday night events, or
and I would say for ayers, if you got some of that, you can get a 20-pack at the dollar store of the cellophane bags, like they
little
put
treat
candy,
bags,
treat bags, and you can get some of that stringy stuff, like a dollar bag. You can put a couple in, and then put one slim, and then get a pack of mints, like wintergreen or something, and your business card. And so for that you would have less than probably, I don't know, 30 cents in each one. And what if 10 people come, you have $3? Okay. Maybe you spent $10 or something. But if you got any questions about that, just message us. But we want to at least, these are ways to promote that event. And Sammy's going to post some more stuff about that. But if we want people to come, we've really got to promote our events. We got to get these flyers. Once we get the flyers out, take those flyers out. Go out and put some calendar time. And here's where you can take your kids. Go out and do some walking and stop at different places and find a board that you can put it on. Or, there's places that eat and they'll let you put it. You got to take some tape. Now, I will tell you, got to take some tape
and some push pins.
Because they're not going to furnish them for you. But they'll say, if you can find a spot, put it up there. Well, guess what? I'm going to find me a spot and put it up there. So once we get the flyers out, print those out and put them up, because we really want to get people to see Brent and Julie. It's that belief factor. If they see Jules coming to Virginia, and trust me, Celeste and Jan said our East Coast is wide open, and we're getting ready to blow it off the map. So get excited. Get to working on your business. You need some help, you call us, message us. We'll find some time to help work a game plan for you. But like we told you before, set the expectations for your customers. When we meet with you, we've got to set some expectations, because you've got to put something into your business if you want to be up there and successful. Because you know what? Next year, I'd like to see a lot of us going to Maui. I would like to see a lot of us going to convention. And so think about that and get with us.
Let's get hungry and climb that mountain.
Wait a minute, what was that?
Gotta get hungry.
There you go. See, she's got it.
Hungry.
Yeah, hungry. That's when you're hungry.
Do you want to pray?
Yes.
You would pray.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this night and all the information that we received from Celeste and Jan. And we just want to lift each one of the people that's watching this in their business and their life, and let them know that anything could be accomplished. You've already wrote out their life, and you've already wrote it out and seen it. And so you have many, many blessings bestowed upon each and every one. And so just let them know you're there, and that if they come to you in faith, reach out in faith, and that these things will happen that you have ordained for us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thanks, guys.
All right. We love you. See you
ya.
later.
Love ya.